Divide 10 into two parts such that when the larger number is doubled and the smaller is tripled, the sum is 22. So we're going to first start with highlighting important information in the question. This is the first piece of information. The larger number is doubled. The smaller is tripled. And we know that these two parts, this sum is 22. So we're going to take the 10 and we're going to divide it into two parts. We're going to first start by defining our variables. We're going to put down let x represent the larger number. And we're going to let y represent the smaller number. I don't know what happened here. The smaller number. So now we're going to have two equations with two unknowns. The first equation is going to come from dividing 10 into two parts, which is going to give us x plus y equals 10. And the second equation is going to come from the larger number is doubled. So that means I'm going to take 2x. The smaller number is tripled, which means I'm going to have 3y. And the sum means I'm going to add them together is 22. So here is our linear system. This is a linear system with two equations and two unknowns. So you can use substitution or elimination. I am going to use the substitution method. So the way I'm going to start is with step number 1. Step number 1 is going to be to isolate the y. You can choose x as well, but I'm going to isolate the y in equation number 1. So what's going to happen is that x plus y equals 10. To isolate the y, I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I'm going to have y equals 10 minus x. Step number 2 now is going to be to substitute this y equals 10 minus x into equation number 2, and then we're going to solve it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take equation number 2. I'm going to write it as 2x plus 3. I'm going to replace the y with the set of brackets equals 22. And now I'm going to take this 10 minus x and I'm going to substitute it into the brackets. So I will have 10 minus x here. At this point, I have a grade 9 math equation where I will isolate the variable. So I will write down 2x plus 30 minus 3x equals 22. And at this point, I'm going to collect like terms. And the like terms are 2x minus 3x, which will give me negative x equals, I'm going to leave the 22 where it is, and I'm going to subtract 30 from both sides. This way I have minus 30 on the right-hand side of the equation. Negative x is equal to negative 8. So how do I get rid of the negative sign? What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1. And when I do that, I will have an answer of x equals 8. X equals 8. So now that I have that, step number 3 is going to be to sub this answer, x equals 8, into either one of the equations. So I'm going to substitute it into equation number 1. So when I take x equals 8 and substitute it into equation number 1, I will end up having 8 plus y is equal to 10. Y is equal to 10 minus 8. y is equal to 2. So those are the numbers, 8 and 2. But before we continue, we must do a check. So when I do a check, the first is to divide in 10 into 2 parts. So I'm going to have 2 parts. 8 plus 2. Does that give me an answer of 10? And the answer is yes. Then I'm going to check what it tells me up here in the very top in the question. It tells me that the larger number is doubled and the smaller number is tripled, and I'm going to add those. So going back down here for my check, I'm going to take the larger number and I'm going to double it, which is going to be 8 times 2. And I'm going to take the smaller number and I'm going to triple it, which is going to be 2 times 3. 8 times 2 gives me 16. 2 times 3 gives me a 6. So now when I take the sum of these two numbers, I get an answer of 22, which satisfies the condition. And finally, the very last step is your concluding statement. And your concluding statement is, therefore, the larger number is 8 and the smaller number is 2. And that's it. Finished.